I wish I could tell you about today's sumo. I saw it all, I loved it all, I analyzed every detail. I can't quite do that, but I can tell you what it's like to watch sumo in a bar run by the parents of a rikishi. Yes, today it was off to Daruma in Kashiwa City again to enjoy the fabulous cooking of Manabu and Katsue Tebakari, and the fabulous support of the locals who simply wish their son Kotoshoho every success. And for the first time, we had the sumo bouts on in the background. "You came here today because he won, right?" shouted one regular customer in his 50s. Yes, Kotoshoho did win against Tobizaru, but that was mere coincidence. I came because I could today, and I can't tomorrow. Kotoshoho's parents were not enthralled with the way he won, a simple slapdown, but most of the sumo community understands this young man's situation. As the NHK commentary team agreed over the weekend, when you're newly up, and with only unsalaried hell beneath you, you can't fully focus on aesthetics. You also have the added problem of most opponents being physically bigger and wilier than before. It's not so easy to execute the key moves, in Kotoshoho's case the inside right and outside left, that you did before. Thankfully he's only 20 and has time to learn. And NHK has high hopes he will do so. Unless Hokuto-Fuji, Asanoyama, and Mitake-Umi make their moves very soon, they might have to just hand over to the next generation. Hoshoryu and Kotoshoho, for example. They said last night. If that's the hand we've been dealt, so be it. Then what are the takeaways from Kotoshoho's sumo this week? Well, and I think as his muscle-bound father is well placed to judge, he's not getting beaten for power. Even against divisional leader Kizaki Umi on Sunday, and the whirlwind thrusting attacks, Kotoshoho held firm, hit back, had him against the rope twice. But, as the watching Shikihide Oyakata observed, 24-year-old Kizaki Umi uses the dohyo better, and Kotoshoho's legs don't carry him far enough forwards when attacking at the edge. He's also, as Daruma customers will testify, just a nice guy. He's not going to risk injuring a senior opponent when a gentle shove might do. But I note the pride in Father Manabu when we talk about Kotoshoho's power. Manabu taught him how to do push-ups from age 2. No son of his will get beaten for power. Having registered consecutive wins for the first time at salaried level, Kotoshoho now turns his attentions to 35-year-old Sokokurai. "He's not in good condition, right?" his parents inquire. During the first 5 days, no, but recently he's been all right," I replied. 4 straight wins, actually. "You saw on here what the naturalized Japanese veteran can do. It will be an interesting battle of outside grips, Kotoshoho's left versus Sokokurai's right. And should Kotoshoho win, he'll be 6-4 and well on course to gain a supporters club in addition to the new kimonos the stable has kindly prepared for him." There are 2 sumo families connected to Daruma, the Kashiwa City family and the Sakai High School family, to which both of the Tebakari sons have belonged. Mom and Dad talk with great enthusiasm about the boys who have grown up around them. Takanosho, who won again today, defeated Daishoho, to whom Manabu formally lent his chest, and the coach Sadagatake's son, Kotonowaka, whose victory over Ikioi was his biggest to date and admired by Manabu as if his own son had pulled it off. At about 5:30, yes, we started early, the extended Saitama Sakai family grey-style Daruma TV screen. First up, Dai Eisho, roundly praised for his relentless forward advances, but over-eager against Asanoyama today. Then, after the Mitake-Umi Tamawashi interlude, which suggested that Mitake-Umi's Tachi-Ai is back to full power following the eye injury, came the match which everyone downed their beer glasses for. Our 2 Sakai graduates, Taka Keisho and Hokuto Fuji. Manabu's ripped physique dutifully works the usual wonders in the kitchen, but deliberately moves towards the fish display in line with the TV as the Tachi-ai draws near. Mother Katsue silently emerges from behind the counter and inches as close to the screen as duty permits. The chopsticks are still, the cigarettes lowered. Takakeisho goes in headfirst as he's always been taught, but Hokutofuji, still smarting from being out-thrust by Daieisho, won't be beaten for power. He comes back with the right, grunting, roaring, determined to lock on the right arm block. He knows if he can spin Takakeisho across his body, he will likely win. Takakeisho, meanwhile, is anxious to step leftwards, looking for that left thrust over we've seen so many times. Experts note his unique ability to step back after a thrust, leaving his forward-moving opponent swiping at thin air. Even though Hokutofuji knows it's coming, there's nothing he can do. Down comes Takakeisho's left onto the right shoulder, and Hokutofuji is sent flying into the audience. A fantastic effort by both men. And then for the finale, which brings husband and wife together for a quick exchange. The highest-ranked wrestler in their son's stable, Kotoyuki, has been tasked with facing the iconic Hakuho. Maybe he can work a miracle, Katsue hopes out loud. Maybe he can hit him clean and get him to backpedal, answers Manabu, a glint of optimism in his eye. Sad as it is to admit, injuries are a great leveler. NHK's Mr. Fuji went so far as to say that the gap in class between the top and bottom of Division 1 has never been narrower. Co-commentator Mainomi added that Hakuho accepts that his raw power and technical range has diminished. He must now plan everything within his limited physical means. As we've said here, that means taking the power out of his opponent's Tachi-ai and then opening up a distance whereby he can twist or pull. Word has been getting around that I pull more these days, Hakuho said last week. That's probably how Daieisho beat me. You all saw what happened today as clearly as we did. A left face slap affects Kotoyuki's aim, a decoy from the right has him bamboozled, another left opens up the gap, and the final left sends him sprawling. Hakuho's still the best, but in a little corner of Kashiwa, a flame of hope continues to burn alongside those in Manabu Tebakari's kitchen, willing either Kotoshoho or his friends to one day change the balance of sumo power.